Decentralized finance is dead.
Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? Wow, what a week in decentralized finance. So let's get right into it. Going over to CoinGecko, looking on the new DeFi tab, we see DeFi coin market cap sitting at around 14 billion, which, you know, in the scheme of all this is really, really fantastic. We have Chainlink making kind of a recovery. Let's go ahead and look at Link. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, Chainlink crashed. I have not sold my core position. I still have it over in Bankroll Stack Plus, and I'm just stacking. You know, Chainlink is kind of the BTC of the DeFi space. So it's really not going anywhere. Looking at my Stack Plus, still bringing in almost $30 a day, $1,500 a month. I can't complain. Total players 55. I really think people are missing the boat on this. Like I said, it's about 90 to 120 days to Graceland, and then it's all cream. But looking at the price, let's go ahead and zero in. Let's add our simple moving averages. Okay, looking at 1334. Getting this baby set up. All right. So we see we had a really, really big dip below the 13. Let's go to the 3-month. Still on the stronger trend, you can see it did break the resistance, which was a key point, but it's trying to recover. If it doesn't get back up there, you know, we could still see a drop. The reality is Chainlink had a massive run. We could come back down and retest those 13, 14 averages, but you know, on the shorter term, we need this 13 to jump back up. You can see it's kind of going back up. It's touching it, but we need to bring that 13 back up. Kind of the today thought on a lot of this DeFi stuff is, you know, I know it's been a rough week for everyone. There's been a million rug pulls. There's been pullbacks on tons of these tokens. And the reality is, you know, this has been great. People are making a lot of money. But just be careful. You know, I personally wouldn't go into anything now unless they have proof of liquidity, all this anonymous stuff, and these rug pulls raising 1,000, 2,000 ETH. It's pretty insane in the scheme of things, and you know, it's just not worth risking it. You know, if you're looking for somewhere, you know, get quality coins like Link where you can sleep at night, because the long-term picture on it is much better. Now, talking about some of these DeFi coins, we can look at my ETH coins buy. It's absolutely stupid how many coins have come out. Slow DeFi, and I had posted that actually on my Slow DeFi fund that I had taken profits, and I'm glad I did. You know, a lot of people were asking, why did you sell off some of your coins? And the reality is that fund had tripled, and you know, I was just going to lock it in, and I'm glad I did. You know, but the bigger picture is a high majority of these DeFi projects are all centered around trading. We have the DEX tools, which is fantastic, but the reality is we don't need 10 or 20 different trading solutions for ERC-20 coins. And with that, most of these projects really don't have anything special when it comes to a product in the market, and therefore I'm just kind of turned off from them. I still haven't changed a lot of my core positions: Link, OKS, BTC, ETH. You know, and these contractions are completely normal. You know, if you zoom out and look, you know, most people's portfolio have 3 to 4, 5x'd in the last couple months. which is absolutely insane. We've been in this bear market forever, and you can't just expect infinite gains. Now, looking at Bitcoin, 11.6, not doing too badly. Let's go ahead and look at our 1334s and have a look-see. Okay, Bitcoin 13 broke, it's bouncing off. I always talk about the 1334. It's kind of like a rock skipping on a lake, and it's really kind of indecisive, trading sideways. But the bigger picture, you go for the bigger picture here, 3 month, 6 month, you can see that Bitcoin did have its crossover and has had some steady climbs. So I think we're kind of right on track with that. Looking at the more advanced Bitcoin indicators, I always like this digitalic.net, the stock to flow. That's a Fibonacci series. We won't get into that. Now, as you can see, Bitcoin, typically the stock to flow 10-day is always ahead of the game. So you see we kind of tracked here, and this was posting here. So really for Bitcoin, in my opinion right now, it's kind of a matter of time as we move. I think 2021 will be a solid year for Bitcoin. And, just as always with Bitcoin, I just accumulate it and hold it for a rainy day. So, there's really not a ton you can say about it, but it does look, I know there's been some new improved models on the Bitcoin, but I'm just, like I said, I just accumulate Bitcoin. I really don't worry about it. Now, ETH, oh geez, we had this blast off, on ETH, going from that 250 range, which it was in there forever. Now, this is a really good takeaway. The first time I started getting into ETH, I was on Compound, and I kind of got mega wrecked, when we had this drop back here, because I was in Compound and I was leveraged out, and we had this huge blast, had to liquidate, pay off my debt. So right now, I probably would not be lending my ETH into any collateralized platforms, just as far as the safety of getting liquidated. And you just, it's really risky, because we're touching this line, and we got to see if we're going to hold. On the shorter term, we could have the drawback down into the 360s, 350s, which I think is healthy for it as it keeps going. Because if you look at the bigger picture, ETH has broken out, and really next point of resistance is around 500. So I would expect, with some probability, that in the near future we could see ETH rocking to 500. Now, talking about Bankroll, if you haven't been following Bankroll, there's a new contract coming out on Banker, and we see that Banker has had a really nice pump off of this. Now, let me kind of talk about this. Am I still trading some of these ERC-20s? I am, but I'm being very careful where I put my ETH, and I'm not going too hard. I still have a couple irons in the fire out there, HODL and a couple others that I'm just holding to see if the project ever takes. But what you're seeing is most of these pre-sales are instantly dumping, insta-dump. So don't expect, as market efficiency has gotten faster, don't expect to profit on a lot of these pre-sales without risk of rug or just massive dumping by team wallets and such. Because like I said, once again, I do like a lot of these projects that are coming out, and I've talked about a whole bunch of them. But again, we don't need 10 different unilayer, unitrade, There's all these different projects, and quite honestly, a lot of them really don't have anything that's that fantastic of a product to, validate like $100 million market cap or something crazy like that. So yeah, in other bankroll news, we're supposed to see bankroll getting whitelisted for yield farming on Monday. So we'll wait and see what that how that works out. As you can see, we still get the pop-up on the vault token that is risky, it's not whitelisted, but hopefully soon that will change. Other things, OKS. OKS, man, I tell you, you're gonna look back at OKS and you're gonna be like, good Lord, why didn't I buy more of it? But OKS has been absolutely fantastically performing for me. We're getting that oscillation in, that 8 to 10 cents range, kind of forming a flag moving out. Now, there is still that FUD that people are staking their coins and selling the snapshot. As you can see, the 13 kind of went below. Let's see. Yeah, there's not enough data. But OKS, I'm telling you, who knows what we could see. We could see a KuCoin listing. But the reason why, now see, something like OKS is absolutely amazing because, as I talked about in some of my other videos, I am in SNX, but I made that most recent video talking about the fact that the fees are just absolutely ridiculous. So I have about 1,000 SNX on a long hold. But yeah, so look, $35 fee. The fees were $100 more recently. And we go over to OKS.cash, and basically we have the same setup on Tron, and this is legit. This is totally legit. If I wanted a mint on here, it's going to cost me 4 or 5 cents. So $35, 5 cents. So you get the idea. And something to watch for on OKS, and I talked about this, is you can actually go. All right, if you go over to the Oikos dashboard, you see the distribution of synths sitting at about $500,000 in synths, with S-Link added more recently. And as I've talked about, what makes this platform truly a decentralized finance platform is the fact that people are trading inside the ecosystem. And as OKS pumps, the value of the collateral is captured, it's transferred in synths, and basically the system just organically grows and gets bigger and bigger. As far as anything new and hot, I'm not really chasing anything. Like I said, I've got a few DAPPS, I get my divs, and I can't complain. And that's why it's important to be in some of these DAPPS, because look at what's happening with just the pure speculation of the ERC-20s. You get wrecked, and it's tough. Now, as we move forward, end game, what is the end game in a lot of this? The end game is to make your crypto assets more liquid. And I'll be doing a video on that here very shortly. So, but other than that, just hang in there. If you have some positions, DCA, get out of them, get in some DAPPS, check out Bankroll, OKS, and just collect some divs, and we'll surely see another pump in the future. So hope you liked today's video. Like, subscribe. This is Cryptoslo. As always, if you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.